classes already. Yes, I'm using Procreate. Like I said before, this will also be recorded. So I just wanted to let you guys know that what's it called? That the class will be available on my YouTube if ever you guys want to see them again. I'll be doing the weekend classes like yesterday. We posted on YouTube this week. So I'll try my best to give that for you guys. So right now, people wanted me to do different hairstyles as well as different anatomy. YouTube channel is pinned in self-advertise. It should be there alongside my Instagram. Actually, I'm not sure if it's the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel, I'll probably link it. But my Twitch is also there. That's usually where I live stream stuff like this if you want to see my process. So yeah, today we're gonna be just doing simple hairstyles because someone wanted me to do other hairstyles as well. So I just want to give like a recap of what we learned yesterday, which is basically head shapes and stuff like that. So this is like a save file from yesterday. So I want to show people like a quick tutorial recap from yesterday. So someone was asking about simple hairstyles and how to simplify them. This is the most simple I could give in terms of making hair. So basically, like I said yesterday, if you weren't here yesterday, I discussed how to make hair by 3 different parts, which is the front, side, and back. So the way that it makes it easy for you to see these is by making them red, blue, and green, so you can differentiate them easier. Like I said also for yesterday, I am an anime artist. I am not one to do realism or anything like that. So if you want to do realism, or if you want like a realism class, CP will teach it perhaps next month when he's not muted. I'm sorry, man, but you're a good friend. Sorry. But yeah, so anyway, back to this recap. The front is usually something I would use with red. So you could also see where the bangs will be, where the side bangs will always be. And it's important for you to take note of this. Can you not see anything? Because it's on my live stream right now. Shixney, are you gonna be... do you not see anything? Do you guys see anything in No Mic? Can you not?
Nope.
Oh, really?
It's still loading.
Try leave stream and region. Yeah, so wait, so can the other... Yeah, so like some people can see stuff. So I'm assuming everything is fine. It's probably an internet connection issue. But like I said, this will still be recorded. So if you do miss something, it's going to be on my YouTube channel regardless. So this is just more of like a live session for you guys to learn and stuff like that. So going back to it, like I said, front I usually color with like red. It's there to help you as a guideline. You don't always have to follow it. I don't usually recommend following it. It's just there to help you understand where things are going to be. Sides are like the middle part of the hair. I don't usually say it's side bangs per se, but it's just there to help you understand where the middle section of the hair would go. What if you draw traditionally? How do you do this? Well, for traditional art, I recommend using... You can still use this method, but you just have to be a little bit more careful with it. Personally, for traditional art, let's say you have the head shape, the thing that you could probably be doing is outlining it like this at first. You see how like that's only a shape, and then just being careful with the rest. Then you kind of finalize it once you're done. I know that traditional art, we don't have layers and stuff like that, so I recommend just doing like simple strokes, and then if you like it, then continue with detailing. If you don't, then you can easily erase it because it should be light strokes and you shouldn't really go hard on it if it's a guideline. And then how did you draw the hairline, and is there a way? Well, hairline is based on the forehead and stuff like that. So if let's say hairline, let's say this is a guy, quote unquote, for example. Like let's say this is like this body is a guy, and usually the hairline is like this. It's usually like around the forehead, like that. So when you say hairline, you could just probably give any area around the forehead as its hairline. Usually it's above here. But that's usually the area I would choose to put the hair on. So it's something like this, like that, for example. So hairline is usually right here, above the eyebrows slightly. That's a good way for you to kind of pinpoint it. So back to the easy tutorial thing. So middle part would be blue, or I call it the sides. And then in the back would be, let's say, the any part of the hair that's in the back. Like, let's say if it's short hair, you have short hair in the back, etc. If it's a ponytail, you could put the ponytail in the back. So yeah, I usually outline that with green, mainly because it's the easiest thing for me to see and differentiate between blue and red. So after that, like I said, you can start lining. I'm not going to be putting like a lot of effort into the line art because it's just a recap of yesterday's classes. I wanted to stream for today and yesterday, but right now I'm having like technical difficulties on my side, some small issues, so I can't really stream today. But I'll try streaming next week on Twitch if you guys want to watch me there. My channel's pinned in self-advertise if you wanna see me live after classes weekends. So yeah, so usually this is how I would personally do this. So will this be a recap? No, it's not going to be. But people were asking for like a recap and some tips for today anyway. But we're not gonna be learning about hair today. We're gonna be learning about anatomy. This is just a small discussion about everything I did yesterday. So yeah, so like I said, probably silhouette, color it with like gray or something, and or your flat color, whatever you use for flat color. But I personally use gray, then just color it again over. So yeah, so at this point you probably have your basic hair. I can't really simplify it in any way because this is the most simplified way of doing it for me. Yeah, so yeah, this is a very simple hairstyle. Bangs go over the eyes if you wanted to, etc. So this is the easiest way I could probably teach you as a recap from yesterday. Anyway, we're gonna be going to don't mind my finished work. We're gonna be going to anatomy since people really wanted it yesterday. So for anatomy, lots of people were asking for like arms, hands, and also different perspective anatomy. So we're gonna try to tackle them a bit today. So right now we'll be doing simple basic anatomy for girls, for example. So usually, if you've seen my first class on YouTube, the thing that I discussed was basically, if you're gonna try doing anatomy, do people see anything? Because some people are saying they do and some saying they don't. Like this is like there. That's just my. Well, yeah, white canvas. I'm not drawing anything. Don't worry. I'm not drawing anything. Yes, I'm not drawing anything. It's just a white canvas. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so like I said, connection issues. If you have that, there will be classes on my YouTube channel. If you seen my first class on my YouTube channel, I discussed about how to simplify anatomy with actual official illustrations, let's say from League of Legends or Valorant. You can trace over that with geometric shapes to help you kind of understand the guidelines of those, of the structure of the body. So right now, I'm going to be doing it without the illustrations. So I'll be teaching you how to do the structure without them. So, like I said before, it's going to be like a full body. I agree. So do you add more detailed things afterwards in the shading color? Yes, I do. I do if I choose to, but usually I probably will during the shading part, but then in terms of technical aspects, like let's say line art or something, I don't change anything. Usually all my work is finalized before coloring and shading. So I'm gonna be doing the geometric shapes without the illustrations. So usually I would probably start with the torso because that's the base thing for the entire body. So torso, like I said last time, was more like kind of an hourglass shape, usually if it's like a girl. So I would probably be doing this type of shape for now. If you wanna have like a hard time, if you have like a hard time with like the chest area for a girl, what I would usually do is make like a line in the middle, and then a line horizontally, and then what I would probably do is kind of make little teardrop shapes. Remember the thing about chest area for girls is that when I say teardrop shapes, they should be pointing to the side. The chest area doesn't point to the middle; they point to the side. It doesn't matter what size they are; it usually is to the side. I feel like that's a common misconception about beginner artists. Let's say this girl is facing forward. That's a torso. Would it be better if the chest is like this? Or would the chest be better if it's like, let's say this? Like, you can see the difference if it's pointed to the side, right? Like, it looks more natural if it's pointing to the side. Yes, Shixney has like a good idea about it. So if you don't want to do the teardrop shape, I recommend, yes, what Shixney said, which is like an upside down heart shape. However, make sure that it's still pointing to the side. Usually, even if it's like big, they don't point forward unless there's a force pointing them forward. Like, let's say maybe your arms or your dress or something. In terms of clothes, yeah, they could probably force it forward. Like, a bra would probably still make it kind of hang to the side rather than pointing it forward, if you know what I mean. Sorry, Shinny. My bad. I just do it with Shixney because of the X in the middle. Usually, yeah, this is a common misconception when you're drawing girl anatomy, so just wanted to point that out. So right now, what we have is kind of this torso. The chest is right here. Usually when it's a 3/4 angle, when you make the chest of a girl, right? Let's say it's like this. That's the first one. Usually what people do is make the boob like this, when it would probably look kind of weird. So what I would do is just basically make like one line here underneath, and then one line going upwards just slightly. I think that's the best way to do it if it's like an angle. Otherwise, it's gonna look slightly unnatural in my opinion. That's what I studied anyway from let's say other artists who do like an anime art style. So that's my tip for you guys. Anyway, so we're gonna be going to the head. So to kind of make the neck, it's usually just like some sort of cylinder or two lines. I just got a DM. Okay, sorry about that. So one circle for the entire head. You can make 2 circles or 1 circle. I know some people like it with 1 circle, but personally for me, I do 2 circles so I could differentiate the cheeks easier and stuff like that. So this is another one representing the cheeks and the jaw. So what I would do is vertically, with like a little curve on the top representing the forehead, I would make a line going downwards and another line going horizontally. And then it kind of shows you where your ears are going to be, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, etc., etc. So right there, kind of marked it for you. It's like, that's usually how I would do face. And then you should always use, in my opinion, circles to represent joints, because joints are usually the ones that you can rotate. And that's very important when, let's say, you're drawing arms or you're drawing, let's say, legs or knees or something like that. Usually those are the areas you can rotate on your body in real life. So for the shoulders, I'm gonna make it a circle in both shoulders. So right here. So right now we have this. I'm not sure why this is like in a weird angle when I highlighted it. There you go. So right there. That's currently what we have right now. So another technique I would say for the arms is that you should probably make these 2 curvature lines, then make 2 lines after that going down, like something like a tube. So it's not completely straight. It's more of like they start wide in the top and then they kind of go smaller in the bottom. So that's why I kind of call it like a tube and stuff like that. And then make another circle for the elbow, and then repeat the process for the other part of the arm. So a thing that people would probably mistake is the idea that the one part of the arm is bigger than the other part. Like, let's say the forearm is bigger than, let's say, the first part of the arm. And you should always keep in mind that the arm is more of a 1:1 ratio. The second part or the first part is not bigger or smaller than the last one. So make sure that it's always on a 1:1 ratio for you to kind of not get confused with the anatomy. It also helps to see what limits the anatomy and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind when you're like doing anatomy for arms and stuff. So I would probably make like a small little trapezoid for the hand representing it, and then continue on with the other one. About the bones, how and when should you show them through the skin? Usually when, let's say, the character is really skinny, then the bones will show. Like, let's say when the character stretches or the character kind of leans backwards, the chest would most likely show, mainly the rib cage. For the hips, in terms of the pelvis, when you're really thin and then you kind of don't really have like a visible stomach, it usually kind of goes by the same ratio, I guess, in my opinion. So if you have like muscle by your belly or your stomach and stuff like that, then usually the pelvis shouldn't really matter in this case. But in terms of like, if your character is really skinny, then yeah, that would probably most likely show. Same thing for the arms and stuff, and also the legs. You could probably tell like the difference with like normal weight and then like underweight people. So that's probably a good thing to study, is usually what in terms of shapes in regard to those types of characters. But generally, if it's like a normal character, it's usually like not really shown anyway. So it's usually just muscle or fat for them. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. That's usually what I go with anyway. Yeah, so back to the other arm. Just make it like 2 curvature lines again, and then another tube shape, and then the elbow, then another tube shape over, 2 curvature lines, then another tube shape here. And then probably make another trapezoid for the hand. If it's like not really the right shape that you want, you can always move it and stuff like that. There's no problem with doing it. If you're a traditional artist, however, I would recommend using a mechanical pencil with and then don't press too hard on the paper. Otherwise, if you do, then it's gonna be really hard for you to erase. And I always say this no matter what. Mechanical pencils are gonna be your best friend, especially if you're a beginner artist in traditional art. Personally, from my own experience. Okay. So anyway, back to this. For the pelvis or the hip part, I would usually make it like a diamond shape or triangle shape going downwards, something like this. And then what I would do is kind of connect the 2 cylinders here to represent the legs. So I'll make this smaller so that we'll have more room. So what I would generally do is kind of make 2 curvature lines again, and then kind of go down again. Same kind of idea with the arm, really. I also explained this last time. Generally, they follow the same fundamental and role. So don't be afraid to reuse the technique. There's nothing wrong with reusing techniques in the same area. So we'll just change that there. And then same thing here. Okay, then knee over there. Yeah, so something like this. So I would probably just do some trapezoid shape for the leg. This is more of referenced from a league drawing, because it is what I would remember from my last classes. So if it's stiff, yeah, that's probably because I limited my idea to that one. So don't mind the idea that it's like that. Maybe we can just change the arm to make it look more cooler. Make it like on her chest or something. We'll just do that. Let's pretend that I did that. Okay, so there. So right now, that's usually how I would do anatomy. So that's basically a short tutorial on how I do that. I'm also gonna be ending classes early because I have to deal with something. So I'll probably be ending it maybe 20 minutes a little bit earlier than we usually do. Unlike last time when we had like a full hour, it's probably only gonna be 40 or 30. Okay, so after that, I also recommend referencing from like other artists or just drawings in general, including bases. Bases are actually a good way to learn. Something that we made was that I wasn't able to show it off yesterday because I was really busy. Or more of like my PC kind of just lagged so hard, was that the pure ref file and stuff like that. So if you were to look at my screen right now on my main account, you can see all the file is like right here. It might be just a bit laggy, but then yeah. So if you really want some help in practicing anatomy, there are a lot of bases here that you can try. This pure file is a public file. It's also there in art reference, and it's also pinned in art classroom. So if you want to like take reference from here, then go ahead. Everything is right here. There's gonna be more images as you can see from up here. So this only works on laptops and PCs. So right now what I'm using is this to reference the artwork. I'm gonna be closing this now. Okay, so anyway, so yes, so if you have any problem with learning certain parts of the anatomy, then we can help you. Just pin us in art classroom or something like that. So yeah, so let's try another pose. Let's try a sitting position. So looking through the reference, I could probably try one of them, which is let's say here. So let's say the girl is kind of like in a side. Can see your reference thingy. Yeah, can see your Procreate. I really? That's really weird. How come? Is it really a? Maybe it's just my connection. Yeah, maybe it's just connection. Because right now I could see it on my end. Wait, is there really a problem? No, I think it's just connection because some people can. You should be able to. Oh god, is there really a problem? Oh, it's probably connection. Yeah. I'm thinking it's most likely connection because some people can actually watch it right now. Yeah, I think it's connection. Like I said, it'll be available on YouTube. I promise. Okay, I promise. I just joined and wanted to learn. Yes. Oh yes. Can you see the screen, Taru? I'm sorry if you guys can't see it right now. Oh, okay. But some of you can see it, right? I'm assuming. Hold on. If I actually just go here. Wait. No, you guys should be able to see it. Yeah, I think it's definitely a connection problem. Yeah, I think it really is a connection problem. I'm sorry that some of you guys are having that. It's white right now because it's my blank canvas. Anyway, we're gonna be doing like a sitting position of a girl, kind of like in a sideways slanted order. So here right here, I'm gonna make the torso first. So torso, like I said, is an hourglass usually for girls. That's very generic in my opinion. Do you mind doing hands? Yes, I will be doing hands. So right here is like a torso for the girl. I'm just gonna sketch it in different ways to see which way kind of works the best. So like right here, I think this will be fine. I'm just referencing this from the pure file. So yeah, so and then pelvis. Let's do the head later. So pelvis, probably like this. And then kind of make the leg, like I said, a cylinder. The reason why it's curvature lines, by the way, it's to tell you how the leg is positioned and how you can position clothes. Like let's say if it's like this. Let's say, okay, hold on. Let's say it's like this, right? This is the leg. It's kind of pointing upwards, and then Oh, why is it like, oh, there you go. That's the leg and it's kind of pointing upwards, right? It's kind of this way. When I have curvature lines, it kind of tells me, okay, yeah, when I have like a strap on the leg, it's going to be pointing upwards, not pointing downwards. Because if you do this, like if it's like that kind of looks correct, right? But then if it's like, let's say this, it kind of looks weird because it looks like it's in a different angle now when it should be pointing upwards. So that's why those curvature lines exist. It kind of tells you, okay, if I put something on this leg, it should be pointing this way rather than this way, right? Something like that. So that's why those curvature lines exist for me. That's usually how I also tell, certain things that are wrong in the drawing. Okay, continuing this, do another line here, and then feet, yes. Okay, let's make a leg going up here, curvature line as always. Yes, feet, indeed. Someone wanted me to draw feet, dude. I think Morris wanted me to draw feet. I'm not sure if she's here. She's not. So Morris wanted to draw for me to draw feet. I'm like stuttering so much today. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't really be doing that. Okay, so right here is what we have right now. Oh, oops, my bad. Okay, so boob. Maybe change this just a bit. Maybe change the angle or the height of this slightly. Yeah, digital art be messy though, honestly. How about bending feet? Bending feet would be difficult, honestly. I actually don't usually draw feet. I actually draw them with socks because all of the things that I need to draw are with socks. So I wouldn't know. So that's one, and then let's just refine this just a bit, and then cylinder, and then head. She's gonna be looking this way completely. So this is the Lumi sideways tutorial, kinda. Kaya pala hindi mo alam. Okay, so we'll just make. I just spoke Filipino there. I'm so sorry. I really hate side heads, but for some reason, Lumi does them so well. I really wish she would be an art helper teacher class one day. Okay, we'll just make this really scuffed, and that's okay. That's okay. We'll make it scuffed. It's fine. As long as you get my point. So right here. My pen is dying with my fucking nib. There you go. So like right there. It's kind of the side head, I guess. It's not really that good because I'm just rushing it. We'll just give her hair anyway. There you go. So right there, that's one. And then let's make the arms. Let's make the arms circles like last time again. And then make them tubes going downwards. Another circle for the elbow. Tubes again going downwards. And then a perfect, or not perfect, or like a trapezoid for the hand. Can just do the same thing for the other side. So that. Personally, I skipped the arm part already because I kind of already know. So yeah, so this is why you can kind of see me doing a different type of part when it's supposed to be the other one. So like that, see? Right now we have that. So it works with everything. This is a more rush version. This is slightly more scuffed than, what's in the pure file. So yeah, but this is basically what it is. Bend the feet. I don't know what you mean by bend the feet. What do you mean by bend the feet? What do you mean by bend the feet? Yes, you use a poser app. Like when you run, your feet get bended. Oh, that's what you mean? Oh, okay. Yeah. That's usually okay. usually I would really recommend looking into references for that. Otherwise, you're gonna be so confused. This always happens, and it's very important for you to actually, for you to understand what's going on. That's not a basic thing that you should probably be doing. I recommend just going very simple with this. Degenerate said use a poser app. I use a poser app. Personally, I would recommend Magic Poser and Easy Poser. I usually use Magic Poser before. But yeah, so I recommend those two. Especially if you're a digital artist, you can reference them if you're a traditional artist and stuff like that. I wouldn't recommend it, but maybe if you're in traditional art, you can trace over your screen if you have a phone or I guess an iPad or something. I wouldn't recommend it because it actually destroys the screen. So yeah. So use Magic Poser or Easy Poser. Anyway, so someone want me to do hands. I will be doing hands as well. So hands are not that easy. I know everyone dislikes hands, just drawing hands in general. So I'm gonna make it very simple. I'm gonna make it very, very simple. So I hate feet even more. Yeah, me too. I really hate feet too. That's why I cover them with socks or shoes. So trapezoid, I guess. Is this or like kind of a trapezoid? I'm not really sure what shape this is. So kind of a shape like this. It's kind of like a diamond, but not really in terms of shapes. I'm not really sure. I'm not really good with shapes. So semi-funnel, yeah, semi-funnel. Anyway, so personally, if you have like a simple hand like this, usually you probably make like a circle here representing the thumb right next to that. So I would do generally is maybe use rectangles to represent the hands. So this is like the first part. This is the first part, right? And then circles. Maybe the rectangles will be different depending on the size of the hand. Like let's say the middle finger will be a little bit longer than the index finger or the ring finger, and then a lot shorter for the pinky, right? Then just put it back in with like rectangles to kind of complete it. That's a bit long. Oops. Kind of like that. And then for the thumb, I recommend just a slightly chubby rectangle, circle, and then probably smaller rectangle afterwards. Maybe position it just differently, depending if it looks bad or not. But yeah, the circle usually is on the side. What about different perspectives? Yeah, I will be doing that. Okay, so after that, just kind of line it, I guess. Usually when it's a guy hand, it's a lot more bulkier, a lot more rectangular. If it's a girl hand, it's a lot thinner. It's a lot, it's kind of more circular, more curvy, I guess. Wedge between the thumb. Yeah, basically, kind of like that. That's why the circle is there. And that's like the wedge representing it, kinda. So yeah, so I'll just outline the outsides of the lines, basically. I'm gonna probably change the height of it because I made the height wrong. But yeah, it still follows the same fundamentals anyway. So yeah, something like this. And then remove it. There, we have a hand. So yeah, so something that's usually something I would do for like a warm up if I'm not good with hands yet. This is very simple. Generally what I would kind of do is take pictures of my own hands if I have to, in order to kind of mimic the position it's supposed to be in for the drawing. So yeah, this is a very basic tutorial, very beginner friendly. That's something I would recommend for people who can't draw hands. Okay, so after that, let's try different positions, yeah? So same strategy kind of works. I also recommend referencing your hand when you're doing this because it's gonna be easier for you if you know where they're gonna be going. let's say the hand is kind of like reaching out or something like that. So I'm gonna make the trapezoid thing, funnel thing, bend this way. It's kind of like reaching forward basically. So another thing with the circle representing where the thumb is going to be, and then rectangles representing where the fingers are going to be. So same fundamentals as the other one. Or what you can just do is, if you want to make it really easy for you, I recommend, let's say, using like a poser, because I would use a poser honestly. So yeah, so let's do, wait, hold on, let's make the thumb go forward as well, something like this. So that's what we have right now. So tracing the outline again, it's going to be the same thing. This is the one part where I actually recommend following the guidelines through and through if you're not really used to drawing hands. And wait, rip, hold on, wait. That took a while for Discord to actually remove the screen share. No. It's just a Discord bug with like the Apple mobile thing. Okay, so I'm assuming you guys can see that again. I'm gonna wait for it to load on my end also. There you go. Okay, I'm assuming you guys can see it again. Sorry about that. It's a Apple thing, or like a mobile stream thing. So I'm really sorry that happens. So yeah, continuing it again. Just kind of trace on the outline of it. This is like the one time where I actually recommend probably tracing the outer parts of it, mainly because it makes it easier for you. Kind of just move the pinky just a bit there. And then maybe if like some areas are not in the right places, move it forward, your choice. And then make the wrist. Let's actually make the hand or the thumb slightly higher. There you go. So yeah, so right now, this is what it's going to be, for example. Okay, so there. So that's a very simple shape. So what we have right now is that. So that's generally what I would think would be a good idea, good recommendation for beginner artists to do, is really just do those guidelines, maybe copy your own hand. That's what I did. I just copied my hand with this one. So yeah, so yeah, that's basically a very simple technique. If you have any questions, feel free to say anything and no mic. Because I'm gonna be ending the stream really soon. So can you draw I actually, what is wrong with your thumb? What is wrong with your thumb? What the fuck? Dude. Oh wait, no, I could do that too. Oh wait, never mind. Oh, you just have to bend it backwards. I think your network is fine. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. Wow, what the fuck, dude? Oh, that caught me off guard so badly. Okay, let's actually... Sure, why not? Why won't we reference this actual photo? Okay, I'm gonna do the same technique again, alright? But then this time, the thumb is just in like the weirdest area. This is like a quick draw with Caitlin, I guess. But just give me questions and I'll answer them. Filipino high school flex, I know, right? What the hell? So if you have any questions, feel free to say anything in no mic, and I'll be answering them. That's a really weird reference photo though, honestly. Wait, let's move this thumb slightly upwards, and then here is the wrist. Oh, bro. Okay, right here. My knuckles hurt from doing that now, really? Something like this, probably. And then... Personally, I wouldn't recommend referencing this. Unless that's like, what are knuckles? Usually, I put knuckles like right that, like little bumps on the hand. That's very weird, honestly. Hold on. Dude. A good practice, I guess. If you really want to do complex hand positions. Yeah, so it's something like this. If you were to reference the photo that was sent earlier. Thank you, Saki. I can do this because I fell and my thumb went in that position. Oh my god, what do you mean? That's scary. Okay, can you wait. So any questions? I'm not sure if that question is for me, Okamura. I'm not for sure that question is for me or for someone else. So if you have any questions, then I will always answer them. Oh, it's for me. I can't show you how I draw right now, but don't mind all these works and progresses. But here, this is like one of the illustrations I'm working on. It's like a little gif for CP, who's in the call right now, but he's muted, and for Lumi, which is one of our friends. Yeah, CP muted, sadly. CP is sadly muted. I kind of feel bad because I'm the one that muted him. Sorry, bro. But yeah, so this is generally one of like my art styles. If you want to see a finished one would be this one. Yeah. So this is how I usually draw. I'm still developing my art style and stuff like that. So yeah, so this is how I draw. I don't think I can show you how I actually draw right now. Is that you and Lumi? Yeah, that's me and Lumi. That's just us as like a group photo. And then probably works in progresses are like the Horimiya drawing that I have up right here. Planning to finish this live on Twitch sometime, but then I can't really do that right now. Other one, that's a sketch, would be this photo of Valorant, which is my friends as Jet and Omen. Omen being my big brother in real life. So yeah, so these are usually how I draw and stuff. So I'm not I don't think I really have any art styles that, or artworks that I can really show right now, because majority of them you guys already seen in in art classroom, if you've seen me chat there earlier before I became a mod or art helper. So yeah, so majority of my drawings are there. So, and if you have any questions, I'll be free to answer them right now while we still have time. If not, then you feel free to leave the call. No problem. Thank you for joining the class today. I'm very happy that lots of people joined. I mean, folds. Okay, interesting. Because I was also a class last time. My drawings are not on YouTube. Actually, they are on my Instagram. Cool class. Thank you, Plum. Next time hair, it was great. Hair was done yesterday already, so I'll be posting the class for yesterday and today on YouTube. Insta name is I'll give my Instagram at right here. So yeah, just feel free to message me there. Feel free to follow me. I literally stopped posting like a couple weeks ago, honestly. I still need to finish a drawing, but I've been so busy with work and with, with just school in general. So yeah, so I hope you can forgive me for that. So I'm really sorry also for like cutting the classes late, but I need to study science. I'm like behind my classes for like a month already, so I really need to study the class already. Yeah, I mean I'm homeschooled. That's gonna I only need to like catch up in like 2 weeks tops. Honestly, that's all I need because my exam is already next month. Draw the science. Yeah, I'm homeschooled. I've been homeschooled for a year already, ever since quarantine, because tuition fee is high and we do not accept that. Yeah, so thank you for joining the class today. Like I said, this is recorded, so don't worry if you missed it or if your internet failed you. It's like I said, going to be on YouTube. I'll be linking it in announcements for those who missed it. I'll be pinging if people are okay with that. Sorry if there was connection problems. I have no idea why. Discord being ass right now, honestly. Yeah, some people had problems though. You will I think my YouTube channel is linked to my profile on Discord. If you're on PC, you can right click it, then it should be linked there. That's where all the classes are going to be. So yeah. So my Twitch and my YouTube is linked on my main account, which is the one I'm using to talk to you guys right now. When is next class? It's gonna be next week already. Assuming next week. Assuming everything goes well, it's gonna be next weekend. Same time as always, 7 p.m. GMT plus 8 or Philippine time. So hopefully next week I can also stream, because usually after art classes I live stream on Twitch. Can you review art styles? Why don't I review art styles next week? Why don't I do that for live streaming on Twitch next week? Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, if people want me to, then I will. Usually I just draw anyway for live streaming. Yeah, you guys can send like artist work. I can make an art review if you want me to. I'll be in no mic after art classes, and then Art Senpai doesn't do lessons here because he's usually busy. So, I usually just do the lessons if people want me to. Bend the feet next week. Calm yourself. Mrs. Art Senpai, I wish. Yeah, 7 p.m. Philippine time. Then after that, 8 p.m. will be my stream time all the way to 9:30. So yeah, so that's usually how I would schedule my classes and my live streams. So if anyone has anything that if anyone has any questions, I will be answering them. So yeah, so if there's nothing, feel free to leave. Classes are already done anyway. I'm just here to talk to you guys if you have anything. What would you think be a good question? I don't know, man. I'll answer anything, even if it's not art related. Like, honestly, just give me any questions if you have anything. Just okay. When we do art review next week, what you guys can do is just send your artwork in no mic, and I'll just do a review, I guess. Or actually, no. Send your artwork in media, and then or an art classroom. Just ping me in both, and then just we'll do an art review next week. Yeah, art classroom would be better. Yeah, art classroom would be better. Should I go see a hand doctor? Yes, go see a hand doctor. I need to see mine because of Osu. I broke my hands because of Osu. I have RSI. Don't be like me, kids. Stretch your hands. What rank? Osu. I stopped playing Osu. My best rank is 89,000 global. But after I've been like D ranking for a while. Yeah. I'm like a 5-digit. I'm like a really low level 5-digit though. My friend, me and CV's friend, his name is Lumi on the server. Lumi is 5,000 global right now. Has someone just DM'd me? Tyler. Okay, so wait, I'll just deal with something right now. Tyler, me doing some bot shit, bro. Why? Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Dealing with bot things on the side. Okay, I'm gonna go stop the recording. Okay. Why don't you guys say goodbye for YouTube, huh? Why don't you guys say goodbye for YouTube? If you guys want to. So yeah. So I'm like showing the chat right now. Say goodbye for YouTube. Yeah, no. YouTube can see the chat. I have it on my screen right now. Goodbye. Oh no. It's like an actual live stream. So yeah. So I'll just keep this up for a bit for you guys to say goodbye. shout out to everyone that's in the call right now and people who left and joined in recently. Welcome, Mrs. Art Senpai Saki. Don't say that. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm ending the stream. I mean the